Hello everybody. In this video we're going to be trying something a little different. I'm going to try making a floating island with Hyrule Castle from Zelda Ocarina of Time on top of it. As of recording this intro, I've already worked on it quite a bit, and I'm sitting on top of it right now. But I'm going to start from the beginning and show the process of getting a floating island and building the castle. If you don't care about the process, I'll make a short building showcase video when all of this is done. But who knows when that'll be. It's a pretty big build with just me. Alright, let's get to the let's build. So I've come up here to a really high spot in between the Nomad Highlands and Pikeman's Reach. So here's Pike Mead's Reach, the north side of the map, almost at the edge. And there's this floating rock, not really floating, but it's held up by like a thin spit of land. I was gonna try just making a bridge out into that open space and see if you can build like a castle in the sky. I have land up in the sky. And just see what happens. So let's just go out this way. Oh, I'm using the wrong blocks. I meant to use the ones at 5,000 so I can go up pretty far. So here's where the problem is. We need building area to continue, which means we need to place another fire thing. But I only have one fire thing. Even that's too far. So if I were to place another one here, so what if I remove this? Might need a second fire for this. Because that takes like 30 seconds to remove. Why is it? Oh, I can't build now because I don't have a flame altar. So if I put that there, so it looks like it lets you build the next one before the other one's finished demolishing at least. So now, whenever I get too far up here, my path up is going to be deleted whenever whenever the game shuts down, whenever the server shuts down. Anything outside of any radius that I made will be cleared. That doesn't matter too much if I can teleport to my house, so let's start going this way. So pretty much we're not worrying about making a permanent path up here, because we're just going to teleport up to it anyway, and we're never going to need a path to it. This is crazy. I'm going to need to keep building these, because when you destroy these altars, they don't give them back to you. How high are we compared to everything else? Looks like the pillars of creation or whatever are higher up than I am right now. I mean, this is getting up pretty high. I don't know how high I want to go with this. I'm gonna need a lot of pillars, a lot of flame altars. I only had enough to make 2 more. But I guess if I just bring a ton of stone, just keep making more of these. Extinguishing them, because I only have 1 available. This might be faster if I made another one available by deleting another one somewhere. But I think all of my flame altars are at houses that I want to keep at this point. Uh-oh, not enough free space. I might need to reactivate one down here, unfortunately. Oh shit, almost fell. So, can't quite go all the way to the edge, or it makes it impossible to place another flame altar to be able to continue going up. So now I could place a flame altar there. Amount of stone. Oh, I did have 1 altar left though. What is this orange thing? Is this like a building limit for the map? Or is it just... I think it's the other altar's build radius. So I'm basically at the edge. Okay, so that's all of the stone and flame altars I have at the moment. I'm gonna have to run and get more of those. This is getting close to where I want it to be. I already have this home over here that's just a flame altar that I can remove. And my idea with this is if I put it over here, where I already have this teleporter to get to Pikeman's Mute Reach, then I'm basically just getting a free house out of the deal and no longer needing this over here. So I have usability reasons for choosing to put it here. There's a lot of stuff on this map, but it'd be nice to have a jump point for. So now from this point, if I build my house here, I think I can jump down to there, to the big town in the game. Pretty good coverage over a lot of area that there's no teleporter to get to, because there's a spire there, and there's a spire there. There's no spire for this entire section of the map, so that's kind of my reason for choosing here. Alright, I'm gonna go get more stone. Pick back up when I have stone. Alright, I got some more stone and flame altars. That's understatement of the year. So, probably more this way. That's out of the building area? Kind of deleting the floor under me and falling off. I can always teleport back if I do. So I'm gonna have to free up more of the altar max. The little path up here looks completely absurd. Get rid of that. Oh, get dark. So I don't want to do this forever. It's not like super fun just building a ladder to middle of nowhere. So I'll do it till I run out of these flame altars, I guess. Until the last one will be like the one I use as my actual limit, or as the final height. I don't even know how well this is going to work trying to make a base up in the air. You can place them around, so I don't see any reason why you couldn't just build an island up here. I just thought of something. If it disconnects after I erase that flame altar and I don't have another one, it's just going to erase everything in here. But the server would have to fully shut down for that to happen. Probably unlikely. So where are we looking now? So we're still... Yeah, we're at higher than like most of the things in the game now. Am I at 3 altars left? I wonder what the height limit is on this. Probably not anywhere near it. Right. Oh, I gotta free up the limit again. Also, if I fall off of here without having one of these placed, I'm gonna have to like climb all the way back up. That would really not be fun. Okay, so one more extension forward and up. This is completely ridiculous. Right, I think that's... yeah, that's the limit right there. Alright, so this is going to be where I put the base. Or this is going to be, I guess, where I start. This is the final height. This looks pretty good. We're up high enough to have a good view of everything. Can jump down into Pike Mead's Reach. Okay, so now the real fun begins. Get rid of this. So here's the question. What all am I capable of doing this high? Can I place terrain objects up this high? Or is it going to have some kind of limit? So, yeah, I can place terrain just fine. That's like my main question. So since I can make terrain up here, there's nothing really stopping me from making a giant island. I'm not sure what would make it look good on the bottom. I can't really make like a rock, like design the bottom side so that it looks like a stone. I guess I'd have to go down there and do that. So, I guess this will be the ground for the main area. I should have probably brought dirt, because I kind of want to have, like, grass up here. This is pretty big already. Right, so I got a giant floating island in the sky with a flame altar up here. Alright, I'm gonna grab some dirt so that I can place grass and stuff, and I'll pick up when I get back. Alright, we're back, and I brought some soil this time so I can make grassy soil. I wonder how you make like the different types of grassy soil and flowery soil. I know there's lots of different ones. Here's another question. If I use a rake on this, what does it do? Ooh, it's making a hole in it. I mean, it does work, doesn't it? This rake is surprisingly effective. I can spawn dirt way up in the sky. I cannot spawn dirt all the way to this edge. Like, over the edge. So, I need to be thinking about what kind of thing to try to make on this. I need to upgrade the flame altar, or probably won't yet until I have like a final location for it. But if this is the flat ground part of the floating island, probably would be fine being on this. So, I kind of want to make a castle looking thing. I built with the Wad and Daub looking wood and clay looking buildings, medieval looking stuff. And I haven't built out of stone in this yet. So maybe I'll try making like a castle keep looking thing on this. Put some walls, castle walls around it. That might look good. Castle in the sky. I can't face this until I have that altar back. So, okay, fine, go over there. Probably don't want to be standing on this when that 30 seconds wears off. Yeah. Okay. So, let's make the foundation. Let's do this. If that's there, then another flame altar gets put here. Okay, so then this becomes the floor of the castle. The flame altar in the middle. A bit redundant having all this dirt around it. But at least if I poke a hole in the floor accidentally and fall, I'm not like falling forever into the nothingness. Right, so how big of a castle to make here. I don't know if I want to do super big. I kind of want to do more height than tall, rather than wide. How to do this? Man, square is so boring. If I do like, that doesn't really. For one thing, kind of floor looks the best. I kind of like that one. So that's this one over here. Regular stone block is white. Fancy stone block is the worst. It doesn't even look like stone. It looks like castle stone. I think castle stone wall looks the best. Kind of that medieval gray look. I'm gonna have to get more of that though. Right. Well, so far things are going well. It's not stopping me from doing anything because I'm too high or something. I was a little worried there might be some kind of limit to just placing ground so high above everything else. I'm going to grab some more castle stone block. Make some more. Hopefully it doesn't require too much. Dirt and stone. Okay, that's pretty easy. Tons of that. Maybe something longer than it is wide. Maybe going longer this way. That's really big. I don't want to go too big. It does need to be big enough to support crafting and stuff. Let's make this narrower. Or add some complexity to the shape. So maybe like that as a floor plan. I think that's kind of an interesting look. Kind of on the smaller side for what I usually build, but I kind of want to try to build more enclosed, tight spaces and not as big as I built last time. It's a little big. So as far as walls, there's city wall block. Put it over here, but it's a little more visible and so. Castle wall stone block. Fancy stone block. Regular stone block. Weathered stone block. I kind of like weathered the best. If they're weathered, it is. City stone block. Wait, city stone, castle stone wall. The one I made the floor out of looks like that. I don't really like that. That's bad too. It's almost too white. But it'll work. This might be too narrow. Too small. How about these walls being like that? I don't know if that looks very good. If you turn off snapping and fill these gaps. That looks way better. Very time consuming though. Boy, I don't know, this is pretty small. I walled myself in. Let's see what the door be like. The main thing I wanted to check was to see if this was lined up the floor level, and it is. So I think this is good. It is a floating island house, and it's probably going to be limited in scope by how big the radius of this flame gets, which I probably should have upgraded that just to see how far it extended. These controls, I'll never fully get to where I memorized the controls completely. Is this the right floor type? Yeah. I don't know if I want this fully wrapped around the entire thing or not. It's kind of weird how this one has these extra things. I guess it's because the other one has stairs under it. It actually affects how the top one looks. Not exactly sure what's going on. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay. It's weird how it's adding these little leaf things naturally. Still deciding if this is how I want to make this shaped. Maybe what might look better if I do like leave that back wall alone, but bring these walls forward. Probably gonna need to extend the radius of the build area. Or I don't know, maybe I'm not that close to it yet. Oh, I'm like out of dirt though. Wait, did it deposit my stone? Oh crap, it deposited the stone that I brought to make the floor. It's too enclosed in there. Maybe come one this way. And turn. Need snapping back on. I'm crouched. So then I guess the idea behind this would be a courtyard area with kind of a wing on this side and a wing on the other side. Let's add a little bit more intricacy to this shape though. Need to change to floor. So I think this is okay, having this be two panels thick, and then this would be like gardens in here. And then the question is, does it need that over there at all? That could be gardens too. Just have like a extended porch area on this. Yeah, I think. And then this wouldn't be a wraparound thing anymore. Kind of making this up as I go. So once this is to the end, kind of break up the shape a bit. Make this look. I don't think that looks too bad. This window here, though, it's like kind of in the wrong spot. It would have to be like that, because being right up against that looks kind of terrible. I think as far as like the front of the building design, probably just have to poke the windows manually and not use the window pieces. So it's an even number, so maybe something like that, I don't know. Sort of much bigger it looks up and down compared to this left and right. It seems taller than it is wide, but I guess it's not. Maybe it's these little things that it adds. The little column toppers. I don't know if I like the column toppers too much on this piece of this material. Looks okay. It's getting dark. So I think that looks okay. I have to make it day out. So that's not in the right spot. I think that is. So this is too wide. Yeah. So that would be the end there. I'm gonna go make it day, I guess. Alright, so after making it day and coming back, I definitely like the look of this side better than the look of this side, because this side has the edge of the map and the Nomad Highlands on that side. So definitely the two best views are to the west and to the south. So I'm gonna do what I did over there, over this way. Why is control not scrolling? The game is literally bugging out. Like stuck. How many do I want to have this come out? Just that many isn't bad. Then the floor. So this is, it's the wrong type. So this is basically 3 tiles long that way. Make sure these are even. And then it starts going this way. And it's that far over. That. And I think I'm gonna make this back wall just flat. Wait, these don't line up. What is that doing? So that's lining up because of these floors out there. There and there. Probably put it in the right spot. And that unfortunately means I'm gonna remove this. Wait, why is it not letting me remove some pieces? This will become a solid wall there. I mean, that's kind of boring in the front though. trying to avoid boring square shapes as much as possible. Break up the squares a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. It does take a lot of extra time to break up the squares more. Even just that, I feel like that makes it look so much more natural and not so boxy. What does this do? I gotta turn snapping off because it's on crack. So these are not going to erase easily, it looks like. Shroud's got separated from the rest of the wall. Behind the scenes. Okay, and then I gotta be careful deleting this, because there's probably nothing under it. No, it looks like there is. Alright, now for this wall. So it comes out with a half wall one. And then this way one. And then back to big wall. This way. Gotta watch my step. Step's a doozy. And then back one. That's even. I feel like it's not even. Snapping. That looks even. And floor. I guess. So I don't know what would be back here. Oh, this is totally sticking out. This is already getting kind of big. Watch your step. So finish off this side. So I kind of want to make this 1.5 stories tall, but I don't know how much of a pain that's going to be to get it to be. It looks like it's already like a nightmare to try and line this up, and it doesn't snap. That might just be too much of a pain. This will try to snap too. That's a little better. Running out of stone. Even though I made like thousands of these. The reason I think it should be a little higher is single floor is a little bit low. So I brought a workbench. So you can make more blocks without having to go home, although I don't really have a ton of stuff. It's probably a terrible idea trying to make it a story and a half. Stop snapping. snapping is so crazy. It's like it's not snapping at all, even though it says that it's on. Well, you can come along and clean up these edges later. So, I'm a bit worried about how big this is. I don't really want to have to change it. Let's see, I got dirt blocks, right? Oh, I don't have dirt, I have stone. This feels wrong. I was putting these a bit high because I want to have grass on top of these. It's really hard to tell where you're supposed to aim to put these at the right height. It's like down there. Okay, so we're approaching the edge of the building area. Might have messed up by not getting underneath this first. Right. I'm gonna need to extend the building area to go much farther than that. Might have picked off the most time-consuming thing to do in this game, trying to create your own floating island out of dirt and stuff. I apologize in advance. Stamina's out. I'm gonna go get the things to extend the thing that I keep forgetting. BRB! Alright, back with the stuff to upgrade the flame. Okay, it's maxed. I wonder how far out that goes. So this is pretty far. This is probably as far out as I'd ever want. We like over Pikeman's Reach now? Almost. Uh-oh, I'm not out of stone somehow. Not having materials up here is gonna get in. Let's see here. Need to get rid of those because it's erasing it inside there, but... So... Forward like that. And then... Stairs down like before. I thought it erased the floor in here. Oh, it did it over here. Fix that real quick. Good. Oh, whoops. Did that the exact opposite way I was supposed to on this one. Okay, so now, how completely ridiculous does this look if this over here is like a garden area. I'm stepping off of this. Wait, that's fertilized farm soil? Add grass on it. Sometimes you can spread this. Oh, now it's working. I'm so confused. Guess extending grass all over this was kind of a bit jumping the gun. Probably gonna want farmable soil here to plant stuff in. So we'll make this like a giant square for plants. I don't think you can place stone roads in this, which is kind of strange. So, let's see here. Turn off snapping. And use these instead of stone roads. So this will probably extend all the way to the end of the land. And then maybe have some kind of railing on the end of it. What does this look like if you use it as a railing? Not good. That one I already know doesn't look good. Huh. So these all add some kind of weird stuff. Maybe I'll leave the very end ground. I don't know. It might be kind of cool to be able to walk all the way up to the end of this and look down and see off the edge. This is a completely ridiculous build. Right, and then some more paths that are narrower coming off of the side of this. Maybe like coming off here. Okay, so we got garden feature there. What if we start bringing this inwards over here and not have it be square? I'm trying to avoid square. It's hard to avoid square when everything is square, but let's see. I think it went over like this. It's getting to be a mess because everything's like out of order and I'm like dropping things down in preparation for other things to be done. So now I need to like add the dirt down here, but I'm out of stone again. That's not what I want. Can I jump this across this? I can't. Instead of doing the farm, I might do something in the middle that's like a little different. Like, there's no water features in this. Something that kind of looks like a central fountain. That'd be cool. And then, I guess I messed up by making this grass. It's tough though. I know for sure over here the plants, growable plants. Is this the same height? Oh, we got plants. Breaking that. Alright, it's very dark. I think I'm gonna go make it day. Alright. Back more stuff. I brought some limestone since I'm out of stone to build up the ground level with. I don't know how I'm out of stone, but I guess making all these walls in this ground went through it real fast. Limestone looks fine. Not exactly sure how big to make this. I think that should be the end, so that you can stare off the end of it. Or if it's not the end, have the end be very close to that. Try to round off the edges so it's not square. And like right here, there'll be another garden. Missed a square. I mean, that's definitely got it under there, or it wouldn't be able to be fertile soil. Square missing. Might be kind of cool to have this garden kind of follow this same angle this way, which would mean this one would follow that angle that way. This doesn't need a hole in it to make me fall. Okay, and then this over here could be grass. Might be a bit high. So, grass be that high-ish? Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't want to stretch it over to that direction. I saw someone online placing flower grass. I wonder how you place that. I don't see any option. Maybe it's a special tile. Is this really... Why does it let me stretch this over to there? Well, this gets done fine. But that one spot, it won't let me do it. So then that lines up with that. Same thing over here. Go as far as that flower bed and then cut over. And this over here. It's dirt. Oh, it's doing that thing again where it won't let me do it. That was a little low. Repair that. I guess I should probably keep coming from this side with this so that it's at the same height as this side. Out of stamina. I don't know if that's the right height. This one, these are almost the same height next to each other. Then this side, the grass is a drop off. It's like that? That looks kind of bad right here though. It's like dipping down. It gets close to the surface of the brick. This one doesn't really have that problem. Not sure why that is. Maybe this one is slightly higher. like an infinite amount of heights in this, I guess. It's kind of hard to get it perfect. Alright, out of stamina. So let's do the second floor. I might actually need to go grind more stone, because I think I'm like out of all stone after building this. I probably shouldn't have made the ground itself out of stone, that was dumb. So I'm out of the city wall stone block, and I can't make any more until I go get a ton more stone. Is this the right kind? Castle wall stone block? I guess it is, because it blends right with it. So that'll be how it is in the end, kind of this black base level, raising it up to the white, and then poke a bunch of holes in this for windows, like that. So let's see, that's an uneven amount. How to do that? The way I'm going to handle these windows is always start 2 squares away from the wall so that it always looks like it has the structural integrity still, and then meet in the middle so it's always symmetrical. And then if it meets in the middle where it can't be too wide, then I can just make it like a narrow slit. And then kind of incorporate that same narrow slit design into other things to kind of keep it interesting. Something I could do too is maybe like smaller windows above. Might be too much. Kind of starts to look like it's making it weak by having so many holes in it. Oh, that one's off center. Yeah, something like that. Looks kind of good. Just do something like that on all sides. And I guess keeping the 2 away from the edge thing makes it easier to repeat it. Because now I went 2 away from that edge with that window, and then I know that I went probably like that. Yeah, that's what it is. These were never finished, so it's throwing me off. Because that other wall is flat. So that would change the whole thing, because now this would be here. So if we did 2, that do. That doesn't look too bad. I still feel like that ends up being different, doesn't it? So it's 2 and then 2. 2 and then 2 and then 1 and 2. 2, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that is the same, I guess. So now it's the same. So if I were to put more above this, offset a little bit. How ridiculous does that look? It's not bad. It's almost like too close to it though. The other thing I might try too before I decide on a final style is they could get taller as they go inwards, which that looks pretty good already. If it goes too taller, I think that looks pretty good. Putting too much slot into windows. You kind of got to find a good design that you like before you start doing too much. So if this mirrored that side, this middle one would be taller. Yeah, I like that, the bigger one in the middle. And having these about like this. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I think it's up higher than that. Oops. I keep forgetting where that is. It's like right next to this too wide one. So that's where it is. I mean, that looks pretty good. Is that identical to the other side? I think it's higher. Yeah, higher looks good. They're up there even. So this is higher, not here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Since there's this extra floor level that I don't usually have, put a little hole up there in those. Kind of almost looks like church windows or something. Thing I might need to look into is how big these doors are going to be once they're wooded in. Before I get too far into this, I'm gonna go get some doors. BRB. Alright, so now we're gonna test out some different doors. I brought lots of different kinds. So this is much wider than this. Might mess up my everything. Bigger things. So that one's about that big. Ooh, there's no turning off snapping for these, so they like always snap one way or another. And that is never centered. So these doors are like always going to be kind of off center, I think. Go away, bed. So I can already tell. I think I'm going to go at that door. Let's go place the other ones. Let's see. I have to move the windows up a bit. These doors are bigger than I thought. So there's this kind of door, which, I mean, it's fine. There's this kind of door. It looks kind of regal, I guess. It's okay. I think that's my second favorite so far. And there's this one, which that does not match at all, even though that's the most expensive door. This one I do like, and I like this one too. But I kind of like the green on this. wonder why, no matter where you place it, it's always like missing most of the stone inside the wall. It doesn't like pop out around it. I guess that's fine. How off center does that look? Pretty off center. Especially with the window. The window needs to be more like that. Probably should have brought the door out first. So, what about, oops. Wait. Gets taller as it gets closer to the middle. That's the good style. I think that looks pretty good. So then this one, so far away from me. So this one becomes full there, goes up to, not there. And then the window's like 4 tall. It has these little windows next to it. And then 2 over, there's a 4 tall window. That wall's way bigger than this wall though, so these are not going to line up the same. That looks good as is. Make sure these corners filled in before I mess myself up again. Kinda wish it would snap in a way that adds the corners, but fortunately it doesn't. So, I don't know what else I'd do to that wall, but could use something else too. Since this is not symmetrical with anything else. Oops, that one's too tall. So maybe like that. Looks good. Copy it. I already forgot what I did. 4 tall. 3 tall, and then up like that. That's the same, yeah. It is very dark. Yeah, I brought a bed. If there's a part of the house that has a roof over it. Does this count as sleeping? It does. I'm gonna go ahead and use kind of a green, mainly green aesthetic for this place. I think that's why I ended up going with that green copper door. think I'm gonna get some stone before trying to really do too much here. Because there's some pretty important stuff that's missing, like the second floor and stairs. Is there any more like that? No. Right, so need enough stone to be able to make more pieces. I gotta actually go out and get it. So I'm gonna go gather some stone and pick it up where I left off. Alright, back with some more stone blocks to do the floors and stuff. Mainly the second floor. Is it the East Castle? Yeah. Okay, good. Made sure made 3,000 of the right type of block. So somewhere in there needs to be a staircase up to the second floor. I'm not exactly sure where that would go. Somewhere where it looked cool. I'm not really sure. Definitely a huge contrast between the black, almost stone of the roofs and ceiling and the white walls. I think it looks kind of good. I don't know how much they match, to be honest, but it looks kind of good. It's definitely more unique having it be such a different contrast of colors. I don't know if I like the top texture as much as I like the ground texture. These same blocks look different on top. They're smaller, almost tile-like blocks on the top, and on the bottom they're big, huge rocks. But I suppose you could always do 2-layer thick wall ceilings and have them be a different texture, but I'm too lazy. And that would take forever because you can't snap it. It wouldn't snap at all. So I guess second floor needs stairs. So let's see here. I kind of don't want to ruin the openness of this space. What if the second floor stairs went? Man, that's tough, because if I put them here, they're gonna kind of occupy so much interior space. I could put them up this wall, but then this room would kind of lose the ability to be its own separate room. I could put them going up this wall here. I don't know if I like that or not. Decisions. One good thing about it being there is if you teleport in right here to this flame, you want everything kind of centrally near the flame where you spawn it. So having it there, you can run upstairs to get to whatever you're going to, like your bed, relatively quickly. So I think for that reason alone, I think I will leave it right there. window might need to be modified a little. Oh, that's one square away. Too close. I think that's correct. Just out of curiosity, did I really blow through 3,000 of that rock, of that stone wall already? I meant to make these out of this kind of piece to match the floor. Yeah, those look better as stairs. Turn off snapping. Oh, so close. Right. I like press Q and scroll in to get it to place closer to me. Yeah. Okay, and then this. Good to go. That kind of comes out in a weird spot. That's fine. I have to use these. Maybe not even those. Maybe more like probably gonna have to do a lot of it manually. Or do this. Right, snapping off. Yeah, that's faster than manually. No, too far away. No. That was too much. That's it. Let's see. A little wider. Actually, I don't know if it needs to be wider. Oh. This looks better. 4 wide or 3 wide? I kind of like 3 wide better. No, I guess it kind of is. Well, no, it's straight, I guess. So make this one 3 as well. And then it looks like those are even already, so that's good. So as far as usability of this room, I need to be thinking of what these are actually going to get used for. What is this snapping to? Okay, so that must be one of these narrow pieces. Just gonna turn off snapping and freehand it. That already has the corner done. Try and make sure I don't leave the corners empty. Looks kind of weird. Made that one a little too tall. How fast I blow through the stone like this. So, it's snapping off. Switch to the roof and floor material. Oops. Let's see. That's single floor, single height. I kind of want to do 1.5 height again. I think that kind of ends up looking generally better. But that's going to be a pain. I don't know why the snapping is snapping the way it is. So if I put one on the edge and then go straight across, snapping, that works much better. I'm trying to use snapping from the start. That needs that corner done. Come on, come on. Alright, I gotta turn snapping off. It's just too derpy. Poking windows in all of this is going to absolutely suck. Alright, so if these stairs are here, the next floor stairs could maybe go right next to them. Come on, snapping. Right next to them, maybe? Right next to them, or one away is the question. Maybe one away? And then this would be on the top floor. And I kind of want to break up the shape a little for the top floor. I think what I'm going to do is make this part out here part of the outside. I haven't decided yet. I know I don't want to keep extending it up anymore across this entire outline. I wonder what would look better. If I put like raised towers up here in the front, that might look pretty good. And then have some of this be outside, like this would be crenellations along this edge here. Uh-oh, it's ran out of stone again. There goes 3,000 stone that fast. Let's jump down here and look and see how this looks so far. Probably look okay once the windows are done. This is the back. And this is the front. What's going on with that? So this needs to go forward more. How did I not have enough? I erased the same amount that I was gonna place back. Oh, maybe it took more along the edge. Oh, this whole wall like sticks out farther. Which means it probably sticks out farther than this wall. So this whole thing is kind of wrong. Should have been like that. And I guess it doesn't matter if this is a solid piece. I can't aim any higher than that. Damn it. So, that looks fine. Alright, this is future me. I'm gonna go ahead and end this first part here. And this is what the castle's looking like after a few more hours of work. And go ahead and cover the making of this in the next few episodes. I'll show you the picture of the Hyrule Castle that I started basing this off of. Put that on screen now. Hopefully it lines up halfway decently. Still got a lot of work to do, obviously. I kind of laid down these walls as like a blueprint for how I'm going to make the walls, and I only made one small section. I made the gatehouse. And yeah, trying to line it up to the picture as best as I can. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next time.